Hi there, Jus4SweetZ here. Today I'm going to show you how to make a 3-cheese garlic bread. Now I am using my Food 911 method here, and just trying to use up some of the things in my home that need to be used before I go grocery shopping. And so we are having Linda's Pantry did a video on a ball tip roast, and we're actually going to grill our ball tip roast tonight, and we are going to make sandwiches out of it using my 3-cheese garlic bread. So what I have here is I have some leftover torta buns that I did a video of a green chili and cheese torta. And so I have a bunch of these left over, and I do not want to waste them. So with my Food 911, we are going to use these instead of traditional garlic bread. Now you could use a sourdough loaf, you could use French bread that you get at your grocery store, you could use anything you want. You can even use slices of sourdough bread, it doesn't matter. But this is what I'm choosing to to do tonight, and these will be really good with the ball tip roast on them. So how we're going to start out is we're going to mix a mixture of chopped fresh garlic that I just chopped. I have about 6 cloves in here. Now, if you're making a whole bunch, you could use all 6 cloves, but because I'm only making 2 for right now, I'm going to use just about, I might use half. I don't know. We're huge garlic fans in this family, so the more garlic, the better for us. Then I have some softened butter here, and I think I'm going to use about, I'll make sure I have enough, but I'll probably put about 2.5 tablespoons in there. I'm going to grab a paper towel. And then I have Wild Tree Garlic Galore seasoning blend. Now, if you have a Wild Tree rep in your area, I highly recommend this. I use this on sauteed vegetables. I use it in pasta. You can make a dip out of it with mayonnaise and sour cream, which is really, really good with wheat thins. But today I'm going to use it, shake it up a little bit, and I'm going to use it in my garlic bread. Now, if you don't have Wild Tree or have never heard of it, and you don't know a rep in the area, you can use Johnny's garlic spread seasoning, and I get this at Costco, or you can substitute it with anything you like. You can use Lowry's garlic salt. I don't know, look on your seasoning shelves and see if you see anything that sounds good to put on your garlic bread. Now, the Garlic Galore has minced onion, minced garlic, garlic powder, sea salt, chives, basil, parsley, and black pepper. So it's a good mix in there. So I'm going to just throw, I don't know, I'd say probably about a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon in there. And then I'm going to use my butter knife here, and I'm just going to kind of squish this all together, mix it all up. Love the smell of garlic. Excuse my sniffles, it's morning, and this is when my allergies seem to kick in and let me know. Okay, so you can see that I've mixed that all together, and it's just all mixed in well with the minced garlic. So we're going to just spread as little as you want or as much as you want. Depends on how you like your garlic bread. Extra buttery, extra garlicky, or just the taste of it. I'm going to do it not super thick, so I kind of scrape it in those holes, but thick enough that we're going to taste it and it's going to make that bread moist for our sandwiches tonight. Now you could serve this on the side with spaghetti, any kind of pasta. We just love to make sandwiches out of this. We actually usually use like a tri-tip roast, and we make sandwiches out of it in the summertime after we've grilled it. Okay, so all the garlic mixture is on there. Make sure we have enough. Okay. So it's basically a thin layer, and you still have some left, so you can see it makes quite a bit. Put that to the side. See the thin layer. See if you can see it spread on there, and then you see the parsley and the chives and the minced onion. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I have some ricotta. And I use this in my lemon ricotta cake, and I still have some left over, and we don't want to waste it, and I don't plan on making pasta anytime soon. So I'm going to use my ricotta, and I'm going to do a thin layer over the butter mixture. And this will help kind of you know, it'll kind of melt a little bit. It'll keep the bread nice and moist. So it's just like a little spread. So we got our ricotta on there. Ricotta can be used in so many different ways. It's actually good to have on hand. Okay, so we have our ricotta on there. Let's put that to the side. And now what we're going to do is we're going to have, I have some shredded mozzarella. Feel free to switch this out with any kind of cheese you like. You can use jalapeno jack. You can use sharp cheddar. You can use a Colby mix. You can use Swiss cheese. I'm just kind of sticking with, you know, the light cheeses here. So I have some mozzarella. Just kind of spread that on evenly. You want that to melt on top and get all bubbly and brown. Okay. And then last but not least, unfortunately I do not have fresh Parmesan. I wish I did. If I did, I'd be using fresh Parmesan, but remember, we're using what we have in our house already without having to go and spend another $1. So this is just, you know, just the dry Parmesan Romano cheese grated that you get in your spaghetti section. So we're going to go ahead and sprinkle that on. Again, as thick as you like or as thin as you like. Then I have a pan ready here that's lined with some parchment paper. And the only reason I lined it, it's just a small cookie sheet that I have. I lined it in case the cheese melts over, which I doubt it will, but just in case so it doesn't stick to the pan. So put that on there. Now you're going to want to have your oven preheated to about 400 degrees. And normally what I do is I stick this bread in the oven for about 5 minutes on 400 degrees. And then I switch it to broil, and I broil it on low. And just let it go. I don't like to do it on high, because if you put it on high, then you tend to forget about it, and then you have burnt garlic bread, or it might cook too fast, and you kind of want it to be warm throughout. So I just go ahead and do it on low and keep an eye on it. Keep your oven door cracked and, you know, check it every few minutes to make sure it's okay. It normally takes no longer than about 5 to 7 minutes to broil it, but it also depends on if you like any brown on yours or if you just like it to be slightly toasted. We like ours a little more brown. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this in the oven. And I have already made 2 that I just took out of the oven before starting the video so you can see what the result is. And this is my result after everything that I just showed you. You can see it's nice and brown, and it was bubbling when I took it out of the oven. And this is going to be great with our sliced medium rare ball tip roast on top, and, you know, maybe some sauteed onions and mushrooms. But that's the result of my 3 cheese garlic bread. I hope you had fun with this. I hope you get a chance to try it. And if you get a chance, check out Linda's Pantry and her ball tip roast, because that's what's going to go perfect on this tonight. And I hope you have a great day. God bless.